Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw. Going In Raw. That sounds terrible.
What's up? It's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you are watching Going In Raw. You like that?
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson, and available wherever podcasts can be found. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, a little notify bell next to it to make sure you're always getting your new Going In Raw notifications. We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We've got a variety of reward tiers over there, all of which help out Going In Raw in a great, great way, starting from $1. Hey, Larson, we got some new patrons from over the weekend.
Yeah.
Ain't that great?
That is great.
Should I shout their names out?
Absolutely.
I think I'll do that. Let's see here. Peter Cagney, Knucklehead 2014, Mason, Robothan Van Jammen, Tubbs McAllister, Mr. Leprechaun, Charming Chad Charming, Lee Vlietstra, Connor Sprickman, Jordan Brown, Andrew Fountain, David Boyle, Nick Birch, and Priceless Prince. Thank you all very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh, man. It's Monday. It's a holiday. It's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Icon here in America and around the world.
Yes.
So take a moment out today, reflect on the man, and look, man, just be cool to people.
Yes, just be cool.
I think that's a great lesson to be learned there. Just be cool to people.
Just be cool.
You know? Anyways. So, yeah. Hope you guys in the live stream enjoyed the botch. Hope you know that adds more work to my plate because now I got to re-upload the video properly.
Did you restart the stream?
Yeah, you know the problem with that though.
Oh, unless you do 30 seconds, it's going to be the same thing.
And then everybody's sitting there in the chat. it'll be like a different room, I think. I don't know. It's so weird. YouTube is weird.
It is weird. We don't get technology that well.
Well, no, I don't think it's that. I think we get it fine. It's YouTube that's so weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's not us, man. It's not us. Anyways, how was your weekend?
It was all right. I didn't really do much. I watched Solo.
Here we go. 30 minutes on Solo. What did you think?
I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Okay, so maybe did you think what I said about it?
Oh, lowered my expectations. There's really two major problems I have with it.
Go ahead.
One, he should have been a lot more tore up at the end.
Yeah, okay.
And two, the timeline is all messed up.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how many people have seen it. I don't want to spoil a lot, but there's a cameo towards the end.
Yeah.
That is way out of place. The timeline does not match.
Oh, it just means that that dude didn't die.
He got cut in half.
You know the horrible thing about it?
No, I think they effed up the timeline horribly.
No, because he also showed up in the canon cartoon series. Like the plan for him, that had nothing to do with the timeline. The plan for him was he lived.
All right, well,
which is stupid. I agree with you. It's stupid.
Dude got cut in half.
Yeah, I thought it was thrown in that we're gonna do more of these Solo, even though
Well, I thought it was just here's some fan service because people really like that character.
Oh, that's what it is.
But then I was like, what? The timeline doesn't work out.
But I think they also expected if that series was to go on he would be factor into it more. It's terrible though. It's so bad. You had those were your problems with it. There's like a litany.
Oh, it's by far it's not a perfect movie by any stretch of imagination, but I sat there and I enjoyed it.
Oh man, well that's good. I'm glad. Yeah. I'm glad. I'm not gonna cry. That lead though.
I mean, it's hard to compare to Harrison Ford.
Yeah, but you can try. That guy was terrible. Yeah, he had a little Weasley voice like this.
Terrible.
Oh, dude, he was bad.
He wasn't terrible.
He was bad.
Was he the weakest performance of the film? Probably, but
he was overshadowed by everybody.
Yeah, but I think there was enough interesting stuff going on with everybody else. It didn't really bother me.
All right, man. Well, that's good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I thought it was horrible, but that's cool.
It wasn't horrible.
Terrible.
I enjoyed it a lot more than Rogue One.
A lot more, really?
Yeah.
Rogue One didn't do much for me, but I didn't actively sit there thinking, man, this is a terrible movie. I actively thought that I was seething at Solo. And I was like, oh, this is so
You
bad.
need a tranquilo, man.
I do. I absolutely do. You're right about that.
Usually I'm pretty critical about movies, but for whatever reason, I just sat there and was like, oh, okay, this is terrible.
No, that's why I'm happy about it, because usually you like dump all over things. Although I'm a little bit sad you're not with me on dumping on it, because I like doing that with you as well. But anyways.
Not this time. You count me out.
Right on. Well, I had a good weekend. So yeah, let's talk about wrestling though, because like we've been talking about Solo for a little while now.
I should have taken notes on Solo. We could have done a whole show on that.
Oh, I'm down for that. Put it on Friendoville. I'm down for that.
I remember one of some other qualms. But there's things, I mean, there's enough references in the movie to the other movies that's not just based on nostalgia. I was like, oh, I appreciate that.
Sure.
Because like Force Awakens was 95% nostalgia. It's basically a remake of A New Hope.
Yeah.
Which it was enjoyable, but it's really shallow.
Yeah.
And I thought there was opportunities in Solo that they took advantage of in certain aspects and also not, to flesh out the character that didn't seem like a tacked on origin story for no reason. I mean, there was no reason you had to make that movie.
What about the origin of his name?
You know what I thought about that? You know, because originally,
no.
you know,
you found value in it.
No, but I could find a reason why it was in there. Originally, it wasn't supposed to be a Ron Howard directed movie. It was supposed to be the guys who did the Lego movie, I think.
Phil Lord. And
and it was supposed to be like a more meta comedic thing.
Yeah.
I know they didn't reshoot the entire film. They reshot a lot.
Yeah.
That might have been a scene they shot for the original idea of the movie, a more comedic take, and that was supposed to be like, haha, tongue-in-cheek. It's you know, like a silly throwaway way he got his name.
Yeah.
And it stuck in the movie because they didn't reshoot it, and tonally it seems off based on the rest of the film.
Yeah.
That's how I took it.
Oh, I don't know, man.
I mean, it's like
so much of it was lazy. Like the direction was so. I like Ron Howard too. I
mean, it seems typical of Ron Howard. It's very workmanlike.
He seems like a good person. He seems really cool, which is why I want to like his stuff.
Yeah,
I think, and of course, Arrested Development's great.
Yeah,
but man, I was so lazy. Anyways, let's talk about wrestling.
We'll
do a podcast for Friendoville. There's another video. There's another video. I've already started a film for Friendoville.
All right.
It's a review of and here's the thing. I need you for this. I need you to review this food item for me.
What is it?
The most stuff Oreos.
No, I'm not eating those.
Please?
No.
Just one?
No.
Why not?
I don't like Oreos.
Can you just have one though?
Why would you force me to eat something I don't like?
Aren't you my friend?
Yes, but I wouldn't force you to eat pineapple.
Oh, I would do it for your video though.
No,
you
wouldn't.
Do that?
I wouldn't even ask you to do that for me. I wouldn't ask you to do that because I know you don't like it.
You're not going to do one.
Why do I have to be involved in this?
Because people associate us. There's this whole 10 for the win debacle that's going on right now.
Then I should be doing 4 lights with you then, by that logic.
Oh, I would love you to be on that. We had plans for you to come on 4 lights.
Yeah, kind of.
Absolutely.
And then, you want to be on 4 lights sometime? Yeah, we do Wrathacon. That was the extent of it.
Oh, no. And then the one where their heads explode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. I'll set up the Skype stuff and you'll hop on with me and Jeff. Oh, for sure. And I'll get you to eat that Oreo, buddy.
I don't like Oreos.
After eating this thing, I don't think I do either.
Too much cream.
Oh, the cream.
See, I mean, like when I was a kid, what I used to do is lick the cream off and give my brother the chocolate cookies. I don't
well,
like
then
them.
You could do that this time too.
That'd probably make me nauseous.
I'm thinking of making like a super Oreo, like use the Oreo thins as the sandwich bread. And then just take the cream as the cookie part. I'm going to try that. Anyways, let's talk about Sasha Banks. She wants out of WWE. You were right, apparently. You were right. She wants out of WWE. Let's talk about this.
Well, no, there's a couple ways you can interpret this exchange. Anyways, this could really be nothing or could really be something, Steve. I'm gravitating towards nothing, but history might prove me wrong in the future.
Yeah.
There's a Twitter exchange went down over the weekend between one Sasha Banks and one Scott Dawson of the Revival. That could seem to indicate that Sasha might want to leave with the Revival.
Mm-hmm.
First, Sasha tweeted, quote, "Holy hell, I want to be like the Revival." She hashtag WWE San Antonio, the house show there over the weekend. I'm guessing they put on a heck of a match. Scott Dawson replied, "Doesn't matter where we go, we're still on the show. Hashtag FTR, that's forever the Revival these days."
Mm-hmm.
To which Sasha responded with a GIF that said, "Take me with you."
Take me with you.
Now, I think people who are looking to find some news in this exchange will think "take me with you" means out of WWE, but it could also just mean something as simple as Scott Dawson said it could mean any city we go to, we're going to put on a good match, and Sasha could mean take me with you because I want to be witness to that good match.
Oh, no, man. It's totally a reference to them leaving WWE. I think it's a very tongue-in-cheek thing because you don't go on Twitter and say that if you legitimately feel that way. I think it's also a show of support for the Revival.
Oh, beyond a doubt, that's what it is.
I think that's the main thing. Boy, the balls on the Revival. I think this is fantastic. So we'll use that to. Yeah, I think it's you and I both understand. This is. I mean, look. there's obviously some if what the Revival were asking for, according to this next little bit from Pro Wrestling Sheet, which dovetails perfectly into it, if what they're asking for, if what their problem with WWE is legit, then everybody should be supporting the Revival, because all they're asking for is just better treatment of more respect to the creative for their particular division. And I think every roster member should want
be
that.
in favor of that, because
and the fact that there's stuff in there that is so selfless, sticking up for other wrestlers, saying, why didn't Rude and Gable have a match on Raw, et cetera, et cetera. We'll get into it in a second. But everybody should want to support that. Everybody should be like, hey, man, let's go someplace where we'll actually get that.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks is a big star in the WWE. She's a big name.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad that, even though it's sort of in joking / support of the Revival, she's not afraid to sort of, put herself out there.
For weeks, it seems like both her and Bailey have been tweeting stuff saying how great the Revival are.
Yeah.
So this isn't just a one-off thing. This is something that's been going on for a while.
Dude, it wouldn't surprise me, given how great they are as a tag team and how serious Sasha Banks especially seems to be about these tag titles, these women's tag titles. Wouldn't surprise me at all if all that stuff was legit. They probably are. Number one, it wouldn't surprise me if they're on the road with the Revival. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I don't know. It's probably not true, but that wouldn't surprise me at all. Just to get tips from the guys, I mean, if you're in a division in any vocation, any job, and you're about to hop into doing kind of a different thing, you're going to want, if you want to be the best at that, you're going to want to learn from people who do it really, really good.
Yeah.
If you're not used to that thing.
Well, if they don't travel together, they're definitely probably working out before shows.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I imagine so. I think
going
that's
to matches,
great.
stuff like that.
And they deserve all the support. Let's talk about these details here.
So of course we've talked about the Revival, rumored to have asked for their WWE release or on Friday's show. Sorry, Pro Wrestling Sheet have some more details as to why. Quote: sources tell us the tag team's decision to ask for their releases was based on how little time and respect the division is given. We're told the duo is frustrated about the lack of promos, backstage segments, and direction of the division, not just for themselves, but the entire division, such as a tag match on Monday being used as a cutaway segment. So on Raw this past week, it was Revival versus Lucha House Party, and about 60% of the match was picture-in-picture with some interviews.
Oh, that was terrible.
It was bad. Pro Wrestling Sheet continues. We're told the Revival's feelings on the subject boiled over on Monday after the tag champions Bobby Roode and Chad Gable weren't even featured on the show. So they asked WWE officials for their release. At this point, the request has been denied. So, yeah, hats off to them, man.
Here's the thing. The great thing about this is that they're the guys. Now, one bit of leverage they don't have probably has to do with their contract. I've seen a couple different, sort of little wrestling Twitter bits saying that, it seems like their contract is going to go on for a while.
Meltzer said April 2020.
Okay, so that was Meltzer. Okay, I saw that this morning, which obviously is more than a year away.
Yeah.
So that's a long time. However, time kind of flies, and as we saw in the case of Neville, he was out for 14 months, and then he was released. And look at him now. He looks in even better shape. He's in even more demand.
Yeah.
All Elite Wrestling, they're not going to be on TV next week.
No.
It's going to take a little while, I would imagine, for that TV deal, if it does come through, which it seems like it will, to come through. They have, some solid, they have a solid financial foundation. And whenever they get up and running, it's going to be later than sooner.
Yeah.
And so let's say it's fall of this year. Let's say it's
That's optimistic, yeah.
Yeah, it totally is. Let's say it's October, November of this year of 2019. Well, then you're just talking about 5 months before the Revival would be able to wrestle for them, which is really not a lot at all.
No, as long as everybody stays healthy, it shouldn't be a deal at all.
Exactly, and the time off would allow them to heal up. I do like what they're doing, though. They're saying, listen, I would suspect that they asked for their release because of the way things have been. However, they do have specific ideas as to the way things should be. And it doesn't just rotate around them having the tag titles.
No.
It has to do with how are you treating the tag division, because we know over there in All Elite, given the Young Buck status, that tag team wrestling is going to be potential main event material.
Yeah.
It was at All In the first one, and I imagine it'll be also coming up. So, yeah, I think that this is if WWE is able to show them, and they wrestled at the house show over the weekend. They made their dates over the weekend.
Well, Meltzer was saying that the Revival were on the road this weekend working Raw house shows, apparently to fill in for AOP, and that's because Akam had knee surgery to be out for 2 months.
Yeah, but the fact is they actually did it.
No, yeah, they're professionals.
They're not sitting at home.
Yeah,
they're not
gonna
when
no
people
show.
said they went and they quit at Raw, when I think of that, I think of Neville, who actually quit and went home.
Yeah.
They didn't quite do that.
No.
They went back there and said, this is crap. We
want out. And
because
when
you're
they
not
said
doing
no, they're like, all right, well, we got contracts. We'll honor them.
So we'll see how long that goes. Hopefully it'll continue. I like the Revival, and hopefully WWE takes them seriously.
Yes. Now I wonder if their qualms about the lack of TV time, decent creative for the tag division on Raw is specific to Raw. Like, have they gone to somebody backstage and say, hey, we see that at least the tag division on SmackDown is getting some time. Granted, it's focused around the same 3 teams, but nonetheless, we feel like there's a better opportunity for us to stand out there. Can we get moved over to SmackDown? I wonder if that conversation ever been had.
I don't know. I mean, given that Raw is the A show, you want the company to treat that division on the A show with this at least the same respect as it does on the B show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I would think that because here's the thing about that is, well, they're treating it well on SmackDown now. You know, that doesn't that the fact that they're not treating it well on Raw means that there is some disconnect in, you know, with Vince McMahon and creative in terms of how he perceives the tag division. So, and that there's no saying that couldn't spill over to SmackDown.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, I don't know. I think it's pretty ballsy for them to use. I mean, granted, a year and 3 months is a long time, but in some ways it's not. And they're using that leverage, knowing that they could be instant main eventers and All Elite, but they want the tag division to be able to be on the same level as, you know, the women's division and the men's division. And I think that's great. And hopefully they can get their way and it'll make for a better product. It's amazing how much can come out of this All Elite wrestling thing. Say what you will about, you know, the company of the wrestlers within the company, whether you like them or not. We both absolutely love what All Elite Wrestling has done so far, who they've signed so far. I think it's going to be a really fun product, especially having been to All In. But it seems that it is allowing wrestlers to maybe open the eyes of some people in WWE in terms of improving the product.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a few people who have been rumored to have been not exactly happy with WWE recently get pushes.
Yeah.
Almost is on TV.
Apparently
he was telling his friends not to bother coming to WWE because it's not all it was cracked up to be.
But you want in any business, you want your employees to say, man, this place that I'm working is awesome.
I know. And Meltzer, I guess, also said on, must have been Wrestling Observer Radio, that WWE doesn't want the perception out there that talents are unhappy.
Yeah.
Or that talents want to leave, much less leave for AEW.
Yeah.
But you hear, you know, Almas and the Revival now, and though Maria Kanellis disputed the report that she asked for her release, I don't know if Mike Bennett has said anything publicly about it.
No, so that was the thing. She went on Instagram and had a fairly lengthy post, basically saying, you know, I typically don't like to respond to this kind of stuff.
But she, like the first sentence says, I didn't ask for my release.
She did. I did not ask for my release. She didn't say anything about her husband.
Yeah.
Didn't say anything. Mike didn't go over there and ask for both of our releases.
Yeah.
But she specifically says she did not ask for her release.
Yeah.
Ryan Satin, also at Pro Wrestling Sheet, said many sources told him that wasn't the case, and that he reached out to Bennett, to the Bennetts and Kanellis for clarification, and they didn't comment. So this was after the fact.
And then we've heard in the past from Sasha herself that, you know, main roster creative's not that great. Well,
she said that main roster creative doesn't have the vision that it had in NXT, and that it can be frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
So, you know, but back then they didn't really have the leverage that a lot of wrestlers have now.
Yep.
So maybe now something will actually happen. And it's a shame that it has to be that way.
I know.
It's a shame that they're not always just trying to make their product better.
I know.
You know?
I'm assuming they're complacent to a certain extent. Vince is complacent and takes things for granted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He needs a kick in the butt to realize, hey, I don't rule the wrestling industry like maybe I think I do.
Yeah. Well, he won't if it keeps on being crap.
Yep.
But hey, Ray versus Almas 2 out of 3.
It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great.
Woo boy, that's gonna be good.
Yep,
that's gonna be hot. Those things, man. That's awesome.
Well, it seems like SmackDown at least doing a good job of giving people kind of what they want. They want decent, creative, and really good matches.
Yeah,
the formula doesn't seem that difficult.
No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. Yeah. Anyway, speaking of NXT and a guy who really should be totally happy with his role, Finn Balor.
Yeah. He had an interview with Daily Star, I think, after his appearance at NXT UK. And he spoke pretty fondly about his time at NXT, saying, quote, "The whole experience is probably the two of the fondest years of my career that I look back on. It feels like the greatest period of growth and also the happiest I was in terms of contentment with my life and not being on the road so much. I was enjoying just focusing on wrestling again and retraining myself in a different style. It was a great 2 years and something that I treasure." Finn's also adds that he wanted to go to NXT prior to the main roster to help him, quote, "adapt to life not just in WWE but life in America. NXT helped me adapt to the WWE style, working with the coaches in the Performance Center."
Well, that's good. That's cool.
Everybody speaks so fondly of NXT. It's like the environment sounds great. You don't have to travel as much. You might not make the money you do on the main roster, but it seems like in terms of everything else, it's tops.
Plush, man. That's a good gig to have right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you get a free gym membership, basically, Performance Center.
Oh man, I've seen that place. It is a great looking gym.
Yeah,
all sorts of superstars go there. You know,
just to work out.
Undisputed Era, Ciampa,
just
right next
out.
to him.
Yeah.
Gargano,
just working out.
Like, wait a second, you guys are
breaking kayfabe right there.
What are you guys doing, man?
You shouldn't be able to stand each other in the gym at the same time. No way, throwing weights at each other.
Exactly. Yeah, who wouldn't love to be there? You know.
Yeah.
But he's on to bigger and better things, man. Fighting that big bear guy.
Yeah, he's probably gonna lose.
Brock Lesnar.
Probably gonna lose.
He's definitely gonna lose, but still, that's a big deal for him. He said there is a WWE social media video at a house show just this past weekend where Balor comes out and they're sort of following him on his entrance, and he looks into the camera. He says, all these people believe, and I believe, that I'm going to beat Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. And there wasn't a hint of sincerity on his face. It was like, there's no way in hell I'm beating that guy at the Royal Rumble. Yeah. No, it's not going to happen. But yeah, NXT, it's a plush deal, man.
Yeah.
Just get to chill there in Orlando.
Yeah.
Hang out with all your friends because, like, they all sign people from the same place.
Yeah, I know.
That's great.
Get a workout, concentrate on getting yourself in really good shape, working out your matches in advance.
Who do you think's happier, people in NXT or NXT UK? I would think NXT. NXT UK is just too many people there.
Yeah.
Imagine all trying to get in that locker room at the same time.
It's a smaller facility, too, I think.
It's just too many dudes. It's too many guys, man. Yeah, smaller. Oh, yeah, their performance center.
And I wonder, too, I know the performance center is in London, but I don't know where everybody lives. Like, do they have to travel in? It was pretty
to
London to work on the matches and stuff.
Probably. They're not getting paid nothing, and it costs a lot of money to live in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know though. Like, it's funny though. Now that I think about it, when 2K hooked me up with that performance center visit, NXT does have a lot of wrestlers.
They do.
like just thinking about it now, there's literally 2 battle royals going on when we walked through there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was like a men's, a women's, and then there was like 2 other rings with like 6-man matches like about to go down, and that's not like being worked on. And then there was like all the wrestlers in the back who came out to perform for us. There's a lot of wrestlers out there, man.
Yeah, there are
So many wrestlers. They're multiplying, man. They're like trills. Anyways, you know what I watched this weekend?
What?
The latest episode of ICW from Scotland.
Oh, okay.
Man, I forgot how much I love that. They curse like it's nobody's business.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's all the colorful characters over there. They're all like, they all have like a ton of tattoos and everybody's got beards. It's just so cool.
Was Zach Gibson on it?
Nah, man. Nah, he's in NXT UK. Liverpool's no. No, I'm trying to think who you know that was there. Well, you know Rampage.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's one of their champions right now. There's a dude named Lionheart, I think, is their champion.
Oh, I've heard of him, yeah.
I've heard of him. He didn't wrestle. Yeah, no, it was just really fun. God, I know there was people on there that you know. I'm drawing a blank right now.
I actually didn't watch any wrestling this weekend.
Well, that's cool too.
Watch a lot of football.
Sometimes you just need it. We got
And Solo.
Sunday. A lot of football. Oh man, I forgot to mention.
What?
Go Pats! The Patriots, the best team in the history of
my
mankind.
gosh.
Oh my God.
You're saying that for the next 3 years till Brady retires and
Oh
they suck.
man, that was amazing. That was amazing. What a game. Did you watch that game?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, it was beautiful.
NFL overtime rules are bogus, though.
No, I love it. It's do or die, baby. Sink or swim.
No, they should just play another period,
No, that's
Yeah.
so boring.
especially in playoffs where it's important.
Basketball should be the same way.
Whoever makes the first scores the first 2
Yes.
points. No.
Then people hire some defensive players for their teams. You don't see those Warriors coming around anymore. Just no D. Actually, they play pretty good defense.
Yeah, the Warriors are actually a really good, historically, a really good defensive team during this latest run of theirs.
Man, oh man. No, it should be, you know what the overtime rule for basketball should be? Whoever hits the first three-pointer. That's a good one.
That's the same as in today's game. That's pretty much the same as who can score the first basket.
Yeah,
No,
Nobody shoots the mid-range
but that's like
anymore.
the equivalent of what the NFL does.
Oh, I love it.
No.
That's come on, that's ridiculous to say that. That's
Pretty much
ridiculous.
is. It pretty much is.
Look, man, if you have a machine like Tom Brady, he can go down the field like that, then you're good. Then every team should aspire to get a machine like that dude. He doesn't age. It's crazy.
A machine like him, like a once in a generation talent.
Man, wasn't his first Super Bowl 2001 when
Yeah,
he took over
against the
for
Rams.
oh my gosh.
Who did he take over for? Do you know the answer to that?
Yeah, it was I always want to say it was Flutie, but it wasn't Flutie.
No.
Flutie took over from somebody. It was no, I see his freaking face right now. Good looking guy.
Yeah, he is a good looking guy.
No, I see his face. I forget his name.
Drew Bledsoe.
There you go, Drew Bledsoe. I kept on wanting to say Drew Brees, but I obviously know it's not Drew Brees.
No.
Yeah, different Drew. Anyways. You want to talk about Matt Hardy really quick?
Yeah,
I was
man, he
gonna
might
say
be
Mark Hardy.
Mark Hardy. He might be coming back. So he responded to a question on Twitter about whether he was retiring. So he had to say, quote, "No, I'm not retired. I'm not going to be retiring anytime soon. I've worked my ass off to rehabilitate, and I've physically been green-lit.
That I do.
My body is in the best shape it's been in years, and the lightest I've been in 20 years."
Terrible idea.
Why? If he wants to
Terrible
wrestle, why
idea.
shouldn't he be able to wrestle?
God, he can barely move, man.
But that was before he rehabilitated and dropped dropped weight.
He can't move.
Maybe he was carrying too much weight. Maybe
Look
he
at-
wasn't stretching.
I
Maybe he just
love
needed to
it.
do some DDP yoga.
All these people here in chat. Shut up, Steve. Anyways, it's so weird that you're saying that, man. Because usually you're the guy who's like, "Oh, I want new stuff. I want new stuff."
Well, I do want new stuff. But if he wants to continue his wrestling career, I'm not going to tell him no.
I don't think you have that ability.
I don't, exactly.
Right, okay.
I have no right to tell him no. If he
Yeah,
wants
but
to
do you
continue-
want to see it? That's the question.
See, the thing about Matt
I
Hardy,
want him to be.
though,
I want the dude to be happy.
the thing about Matt
Do you
Hardy
wanna
is
see
not
it?
so much the enjoyment from him isn't so much his in-ring work, it's the character work he can do. And WWE hasn't really allowed him to really explore many avenues of the whole broken woken
Yeah,
thing.
Understanding that though.
I think I'd much prefer him to be in, say, All Elite Wrestling
Yeah, because they do cool stuff with it.
as opposed to WWE at this point.
Assuming they would like.
So I think his presence there would benefit them.
Because I mean, look, I think this is a totally different situation. I was very heartened to see. I think this is over the weekend on a podcast. I forget the podcast name, but Cody Rhodes had an interview. That's another thing. Those guys are doing the big time media push right now.
Yep.
In the world of wrestling, anyways, where they're the Young Bucks and Cody and all them showed up at Bar Wrestling.
And then the Young Bucks showed up at
At
Defy. in
Defy.
Seattle, yeah.
And I like that they're doing this sort of everybody relax, the independent scene's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think Matt or Nick or whoever got on the mic at Defy and said, a lot of people are lamenting the end of the independent circuit. He said, there are 25 people backstage right now who are here to entertain you, and they're great, and they're the future, et cetera, et cetera. I thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of, Cody said, I'm not really huge on us bringing in, legends or old wrestlers. I want the new stuff.
Yeah.
And I love Matt Hardy. I think he's great. I would just kind of prefer like a WWE Network show that's all at his compound.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be, although I never watched the Halloween one.
Yeah, I hadn't either.
But I really don't have much of a desire to see him wrestle, given what we know that WWE's done. Now, if he says, hey, do a lot of interesting stuff with me, or else I'm going to go to All Elite.
Yeah, that's a different story entirely.
He doesn't really seem the type to do that to Vince, though. Him and Vince are tight. And
you
plus,
never know.
his brother's doing pretty good on
True.
SmackDown.
True.
So. I don't know. Like if they did a whole deletion thing, I would like.
Yeah.
But when they just bring him out and they're kind of aimless with Bray Wyatt, I got no desire to see that stuff.
That was boring.
I got no desire to see that
Didn't
stuff.
care for that at all.
But that's cool. His wife is probably tired of him. These families, man, these wrestlers, they're not used to being at home. So as soon as they get there, it probably just throws everybody's rhythm off.
I don't know, man.
It's probably like, get back out there on the road. I don't really need you around. Everything's fine.
No, because I'm sure his schedule was vastly different when he was in Impact. He's probably home a lot more then.
Yeah, you're probably right. Maybe she does like him. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's always good when people like each other.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
Let's do a Raw preview, Steve.
Okay.
First item. Finn Balor believes he can slay the Beast.
Yes.
Even though there were many who didn't believe in Finn Balor, he always believed in himself. And it was that mindset that propelled the ultra-athletic superstar past John Cena, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin in last week's Fatal 4-Way match main event to earn a Universal Championship match against Brock Lesnar at WWE Royal Rumble. That's a long sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Now that he has a chance to reclaim the title he never lost, Balor is on a collision course with one of the most powerful competitors in WWE history. Can the extraordinary man succeed in defeating the nigh unbeatable Beast incarnate? And what does Paul Heyman think of his client's new challenger? We'll probably put him over a lot and then say, this isn't a prediction, this is a spoiler, Brock Lesnar wins.
We should let Finn Balor do a sling blade on Paul Heyman.
There you go.
Just have him wreck him. Coup de grace.
Yeah, yeah.
What? The Paul Heyman?
Yeah.
That'd be good. No, that'd be mad. I want to see that. Scary. Guy would have a heart attack.
But that part with Samoa Joe where Samoa Joe was about to wreck him, that was great TV.
That was great TV.
That was my favorite segments the last few years.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That was so
good.
That
was so good. Gets all uncomfortably close to him.
Shh,
Paul. Shh. That's messed up when somebody shushes you.
I know. You're panicking, so just call me and go, shh.
No, man, you're just making me pee my pants now.
I know.
Don't shush me.
Might make me poop myself.
Next on Raw Preview, Ronda Rousey and Natalya to square off against Sasha Banks and Bayley this Monday night. With the Raw Women's Championship match between Ronda Rousey and Sasha Banks, Royal Rumble rapidly approaching. The two superstars will cross paths this Monday on Raw when they face off in tag team action as Ronda Rousey teams up with Natalya to take on Banks and Bayley on the Red Brand. Ooh, that should be a good match.
Yeah, I hope so.
That should be a good one. With the animosity between the baddest woman on the planet and the boss ramping up over the past week, both on the last edition of Raw and on social media, what will it look like when the two have a chance to get their hands on one another just 6 nights before their title clash? And how will their respective best friends, Natalya and Bayley, impact the dynamic in this first ever tag team match?
Ooh, new superstars make their presence felt.
Finally? Really?
Monday night, new superstars EC3, Lacey Evans, and Heavy Machinery made shocking, albeit brief, appearances on the Red Brand, while Nikki Cross actually competed on Raw alongside Bayley and Natalya in a winning effort against the Riot Squad. The new superstars from NXT will be showing up on both Raw and SmackDown Live until they land on a specific brand. Who will we see in action this
Here's
week?
what you do, man. This is what you do. This is perfect. This is perfect. Steve's got it figured out.
What?
Right? So last week we saw a beautiful love union between Nikki Cross and her legit husband now, Killian Dane, Big Damo.
Mm-hmm.
That was beautiful. Here's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Give them the Kanellis' gimmick.
All
Give
right.
them their music. The greatest
Love I've ever known. Yeah.
And then they come out and they start making out. And then they go back to being crazy and smelly.
All right.
That'd be great, man.
Don't you owe me a song?
Yeah, I'm going to get you that song. Yeah, I got lyrics written. There's just too many things to do. Now we got this whole weird Machinima 10 for the win thing. Is that coming back, Larson?
Coming back?
Yeah. No, really?
No.
Here's the thing, though, man. Again, we're going to do business on air. So up till now, it's been kind of a joke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I kind of don't have a desire. But when you think about it, so many people come up to us, and they talk about 10 for the win.
Yeah.
If we legitimately legally owned it, it'd be kind of silly for us not to do something with it.
Here's the thing. They talk about the episodes we already did.
Yeah, true.
In the past.
Yeah, but we could do new.
We don't like doing that stuff anymore.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes. But here's the thing: we always had fun doing them.
Yeah, I know. We've moved on.
There's a way.
There's evolution that happened in life. We moved
on
from that.
What if it gave a good kick in the butt to the channel?
I don't know. I really don't have time to think about it right now. So If an opportunity presents itself, we'll talk about it then.
All right,
Until
I love
then,
it. Ooh, yeah, confirmed.
Not
Tucky!
interested. Not
How about we
interested.
change 10 for the win, and we do like a Fear Factor eating thing, like a Heavy Machinery eating thing.
I'm not eating white dog poop.
Tucky.
I'm not going to eat old white dog poop.
You're up next.
No, you
I'm
are.
up
I just
next.
went.
Oh, God. This is the entry I don't care about. What's next for Braun Strowman? Who cares? They buried him. As Finn Balor, that's what the preview should say. Who cares? We buried him. As Finn Balor prepares to go one-on-one with Universal Champion Brock Lesnar at WWE Royal Rumble, Braun Strowman is out of a title match and out of $100,000 after tearing the door off Mr. McMahon's limousine in a fit of frustration and lazy creative. It actually says that here. You can thank Baron Corbin for that. After the chairman's dual punishments, that's fitting actually. After the chairman's dual punishments, the behemoth astonishingly flipped the limo over completely. This is a stupid question. Was that a shoot? Him flipping that limo? He's got a bum elbow.
I've often asked myself how many of these feats of strength Braun Strowman has pulled off have been legitimate. Like he did the same thing to a semi truck.
Well, that's different. That's a semi.
I know, but
right?
it's an automobile that weighs many tons.
Yeah.
So I'd think in terms of the limo, like they have to lighten the load somehow, like take the engine out or something, or they got some sort of assist that's helping them in the back.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But they filmed that, and granted, I understand it's the magic of movie making. I get that, but also I'm like, a limo's a lot lighter than like a semi.
Yeah.
Is this one possible? But
Well, if they
it's probably totally
if they
fake.
take the engine out, then it's
right. Yeah,
then it's way lighter.
The engine and then like the seats, like much stuff on the
anything
inside.
that's not necessary to make it look like a limousine. Yeah.
So you're saying it's a shoot?
I'm saying it could be.
Yeah, it could be, huh? It continues. The Monster Among Men was forced to leave Raw this past Monday night following his utter humiliation.
No, active vehicular destruction.
Oh, active vehicular destruction. But what awaits the impotent Strowman this week? Impotent.
Change it.
Change it. Will he change it?
The Bobby Lashley era has begun. Leo Rush has yet another reason to sing the praises of Bobby Lashley now that the Almighty is the bearer of the Intercontinental Championship after defeating Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins in a triple threat match. Expect no small amount of celebratory posing when Lashley walks into Raw with the workhorse for the very first time. Don't miss any of the action on Monday Night Raw live 8/7 Central on the USA Network.
Yeah.
It's supposed to say workhorse title.
Yeah. So that's good stuff. Hope it'll be good.
I hope so. As the go home for the Rumble, we got that coming up this weekend. Speaking of which, Saturday, reaction live stream, NXT TakeOver Phoenix. Sunday, reaction live stream to Royal Rumble.
And an even bigger thing, not even bigger, but Saturday, Royal Rumble weekend, we'll be having a sale over at friendomarket.com. This time, I'm going to try out a discount code because I think Big Cartel Shop, I think it offers discount codes.
Good idea. What's the discount code going to be?
I don't know. We got to figure that out.
Shouldn't it be something like Rumble?
Probably just going to be Rumble. But it'd be fun if there was something, silly too, like white dog crap. Tucky. The discount code is Tucky.
Tucky, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go,
Let's
Tucky.
answer some questions. I know we've got a bunch of super chats. I'm
We
going to
do.
hit the Discord here.
Trey Saunders wouldn't be going in Raw without going in Botch.
Yeah, we had a botch at the beginning of the stream. That
It
sucked.
happens. Tommy Cat, hello, good friendos. Power rank top 3 wrestlers who make a good plumber besides Daniel Bryan. At work, guys, have a great show. Hashtag Rawgate lives. So, of course, on this week's episode of We Book Raw, I say that Daniel Bryan is my plumber. Because I had to excuse myself to
So
take
is that
care of
actual Daniel Bryan or just a dude named Daniel Bryan?
just a dude named Daniel
I'm
Bryan.
pretty sure you just made that up as an excuse because you're heavily involved with Daniel Bryan, exposed as Rawgate whistleblower.
But you're changing the subject, so we should be answering Tommy Cat's question. Who else in WWE make good plumbers?
Well, Heavy Machinery, they literally look like plumbers.
Yeah, it's true.
Ducky! A lot of crap here.
One more.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to beat Heavy Machinery. Jay Sean Lawrence, wishing I could go to Raw tonight, but my money is going to Books for College, which starts this week. Oh, cool.
Wow. Yeah, well.
Enjoy your time in college,
Kind
Jay
of
Sean.
crazy. They were never able to like lower the price on textbooks. Like, given that you can probably get them digitally,
Yeah.
like, can't you just download them to your Kindle Fire or something like that?
Yeah, I
Does
don't know.
anybody have a Kindle? Diddly Doodler, can you guys give an impression of Morrow commentating on a live sex show? He would just say, "Mamma mia!
Yeah.
Look how deep it is." Wow, that's
Find
gross.
some pop culture references to
Like I
shoehorn.
just saw a nipple.
Some pop culture pop culture references to work in. Flame Inc. You guys live and work in California, so what are your thoughts on the botched call on the LA Rams versus Saints yesterday? Did you see that? That should have totally been a pass interference. He laid out the guy and the ball wasn't even close.
People are just yapping about that, and none of it matters. Patriots going all the way, baby. Yeah.
You're going to be insufferable.
Yeah.
See, my team that I've liked since I was a kid won the Super Bowl last year, and I was like, hooray, and that was it.
10 years isn't good enough? 10 years isn't good enough for me to be a fan of a team?
I don't think it's been 10 years.
Since 2008?
I haven't really heard you talk about him. Oh, maybe 2008. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know,
10
because I feel
years.
like when the Patriots stink again.
Gatekeeper. Is that what you're doing right now? You're gatekeeping.
Yeah, totally. I feel like when the
my
Patriots stink
goodness.
again, you're going to not care about them.
What is it to you? What is it to you?
Because win or lose, I like my teams.
I don't know what it's like for my team to lose. That's the thing. I don't know what it's like. I have no concept
You're
of
a
that.
you're a true fan when you follow a team through their darkest days.
I don't really think that's true.
I think it is. It's
listen,
a real proof of your fandom.
I'm a fan of you. I'm a fan of you, Larson. I'm a fan of you, right?
Right, yeah.
If all of a sudden you turn into a piece of crap person, during that time, I wouldn't be a fan of you. But
it's
then if you
apples and
started
oranges,
being
man.
good again,
It's apples and oranges.
No, it's totally apropos. It makes sense.
Because you're speaking about the character of a person versus the winning abilities of a team, and it's not the same thing.
I'll always be interested to see what they're going to do next. Belichick, smart cookie, loves to cheat. Anyways,
Yeah, he's a cheater.
what's wrong with that?
Was a cheater.
What's wrong with that?
You're getting on me saying, well, when if you're turned to a piece of crap,
Yeah.
I didn't know that cheating was the foundational piece of a high morally sound individual.
Oh no, well that's apples and oranges
Oh, my
because
gosh.
in football there's no morals. Get out of here with that.
Don't talk, just listen. Other than the revival, do you see any new champs being crowned before WrestleMania? Which superstars deserve a title reign?
By the way, check out Don't Talk, Just Listen. Go to their YouTube channel. That's some good stuff over there.
Finn Balor, all the belts. Give him all the belts.
Being crowned before which superstars deserve a title reign.
Balor with all the belts.
Finn really does deserve a universal title reign.
And Intercontinental title reign at the same time.
But are any new champs going to be crowned before Mania? We might see in the women's division.
Yeah, Sasha might win.
Sasha picking up that
I think
title
it's
off of
entirely
Ronda
possible.
Rousey.
Jacob Register, $5 for a 2 Sweet from Steve.
Right there, Jacob. Too sweet to you, buddy. Jimmy Thomas, Steve. You can be like Brady too. Just get you a health doctor who isn't actually a doctor.
Oh yeah. Are you gonna do? Tom Brady has a book. You can follow his method to be like essentially find like the
man.
fountain of youth.
I'm gonna do that.
He doesn't eat strawberries.
He doesn't eat strawberries.
No.
All right. Note to self.
I don't think he eats meat really either. He has to sleep at 66 degrees.
Okay.
I think it was 66
I'm gonna
degrees.
get that book.
So
Why haven't you not gotten that book for me for my birthday or Christmas yet?
Because you won't read it.
Very disappointing. I do know how to read.
I'm sure in there it
Listen,
says. I'm sure in there it
that's an
says
assault
no.
on my
It
character.
says no Oreos.
Fine, I'll have one more most stuff, and then I'll quit, and I'll be like Tom Brady.
We'll see about that. He has to. I can't remember how much water he drinks a day. It's like an obscene amount of water, like
Oh, that's
100
good.
100 ounces of water or something. I drink a lot of water too, so can't fault him for that. Trey Saunders, Vince McMahon trying to sign Dr. Wagner Jr.
What?
Vince McMahon trying to sign Dr. Wagner Jr. Go.
I hear you're a time traveler. Dr. Wagner. Have you seen Solo? It's a piece of crap.
It's not a piece of crap.
Let's see here. What is this?
What? Jay Sean Lawrence, Brady is Boston's #1, soon to be 6-time champ.
So Velveteen Dream, this is from Cody Miles here in Discord. This is from about 15 minutes ago. The Velveteen Dream at 9:32 Pacific this morning tweeted out, "I know my worth. The past year, I've created a special atmosphere at NXT TakeOver. Until we can come to an agreement," as this he's tweeting like my dad texts me with like numbers and truncated words. Until we can come to an agreement as to what my worth actually is, there won't be any appearances or performances from the Velveteen Dream or my likeness. Thank you. Well, that's going to be his next story, I guess.
Yeah, that's the story.
That just seems like it's going to be his next story.
Boys Night Gaming says, have you seen Velveteen Dream's tweet? Work or shoot? Work, work, work.
Let's see here. Lil Eris, the Revival have a title match and win tonight. I don't see. Here's the thing. I think that would be kind of condescending to them.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll treat you. We'll put the titles on you. That's not the point. Kind of thing. That's not the point.
Yeah.
So I actually think no, that's not going to be the case. However, I kind of doubt we're going to see a picture-in-picture on a tag team match.
Yeah, I'd hope not. Jacob Register, right back to All Elite Wrestling. Wrestling? What's he going to do? He's not going to All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah.
Jay Sean Lawrence, any chance Seth comes out number 1 and wins the Rumble? Yeah, there's a decent chance of that happening.
Oh, I was into Jimmy Thomas's Piper Niven. Her family are actually plumbers.
Oh.
There you go.
There you go. Kyle Young, I fear I may have screwed up the address in sending you the Suzuki Pancrase gifts.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. We'll probably just get sent back to you then, I hope.
It'll probably get returned to sender, depending on where you are. I put up a question thread here on the Twitter as well. I'll start reading from there.
Marcus Harrison. Otis talking to Cena about Bree texts about dates.
So
Nikki. I thought it was Nikki that after every date she gets in touch with John and lets him know what she's up to or something.
That's what's called a toxic relationship. What happened to the old? Why do people have to be weird?
I don't know, man.
If any of that's true,
yeah.
What is the situation? She texts him,
or she texts him whenever she's done with a date. I just saw that.
And then does he have to text her whenever he smashes?
I don't know.
Nikki, I'm gonna go smash.
Heads up,
but I'm not gonna text you afterwards because it gets smelly. What is it? Really? Nikki Bella says that she calls John Cena after all of her dates. Well, that's a big red flag to anybody who's looking to date Nikki Bella.
She says, "Oh yeah, I let him know everything. He's known every date I've been on. I have so much respect for him in this breakup. It didn't end bad. We didn't do bad things to each other. He's still close with my family. Anything I knew that was coming out, anything that I've done, I've let him know because I don't want him to be hurt by it.
That's toxic.
I'm shocked by it. I know that's things I don't have to do, but that's just who I am."
That's toxic, man. That's just weird. Y'all need to be grown-ups and move on. That's just weird.
And she says, "The one thing is, John's never been a jealous man. That's one bone he doesn't have, which I'm like, you're so rare."
Well, that's just robotic. That's just weird. He's a robot. Here's the thing, though. I mean, so I totally understand sort of the respect aspect of, hey, we're public people.
Heads up.
This
will probably be the tabloids in a week.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be, thrown out if you're emotional about things. At the same time, like, just don't be weird and just move on.
Yeah.
That's just weird, man. People are so weird these days. Anyways, let's see here. Tim Owens, if there ever is a mid-card women's title in WWE, of the current main roster, who should get it first? It's just on the Twitter. I didn't put one on the community
just
tab.
checking there if you did. Yeah. Wait, what?
A mid-card women's title in WWE, current main roster, who should get it first?
Ember Moon.
Yep, I was exactly going to say that.
Ember Moon.
Exactly. This is a great question. Deacon Bobby. Is there anybody you think WWE would release without giving them the Pac treatment? In other words, is there anybody in WWE, if they came up and said, I want my release, and they still had a year left on their contract, would WWE grant them their release instead of having them sit the contract? If Ty Dillinger came up to Vince McMahon and said, Vince, the perfect 10 feels like a perfect 0 right now.
Here in WWE.
Yeah.
I want to try my hand elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It would have to be someone that Vince doesn't value himself and someone he also thinks no one else would value.
Yeah.
That would have to be it.
So probably just Ty. No. I would think probably not. Like, they have the money.
Yeah.
Like, why would they give? Here's the thing. That money that they'd be paying that person is worth far more for them not to go and them not to pay them.
Yeah.
Because like even like a Ty Dillinger would be, there's a segment of people. There's a large segment of people who think that he has gotten the shaft in WWE. I kind of think he's gotten the shaft in WWE too, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like, I don't
He's just not a needle mover.
Right, exactly. Like, I don't tune in to see him. but there's a big swath of people who would love to see the guy, show up in All Elite Wrestling and maybe, deliver one of those promos. Although, let me ask you, that's totally not going to be an All Elite Wrestling thing. That was like the Impact,
bitter promo.
That was the Impact thing, the bitter promo.
I know.
I would think that they're not going to go down that route, and they'd be smart not to go down that route.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to see that stuff anymore.
No. Especially so far the way All Elite's angled themselves is kind of a... I don't know. They kind of they send off a pretty positive vibe.
Yeah, they do. They totally do.
And I doubt they'd want to tarnish that by just having a bunch of bitter promos.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Taylor Sexton, is Balor wrestling Brock really that big of a deal for Finn as far as how management views him? The Royal Rumble has been known to have world title matches with non-main event performers. See 2004 Royal Rumble, Brock Lesnar versus Bob Holly as an example. That's going back a ways, though, isn't it? Like, let's look at. Let's see here.
Let's look at recent history. I mean, CM Punk versus The Rock. That was at a Royal Rumble.
Oh, a huge match right there.
Huge match. What was the main event?
What happened last
year?
It was 2018. Oh, man. Braun versus Brock versus Kane. I mean, I know Kane is in there, it was obvious that he was there to take the pin.
Yeah.
But
year of 2017 was Cena AJ for the title. That's a huge match.
Wasn't there? Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a huge match. Let's see, what was 16? 16 was, the actual title was on the line in that match.
Yeah.
I think that was that one.
Yeah.
Was there, what was the WWE?
Wasn't the brand split yet.
Yeah, you're right. What happened at 2015? Oh, that was a killer, man. That was a killer title match. Brock, Cena, Seth.
Oh, yeah. That was great.
That was a fantastic match. So, I don't know. I mean, I see your point, but I think that recent history hasn't really proved it out. I think it's a big deal for Finn. Obviously, like, I'm pretty sure Seth is going to be the one taking on Brock at Mania. Yeah. So, top face, take him out of the equation. And you're left with, Roman's gone. You're left with Finn.
Yeah, and the way the WWE's angled Brock is that anytime you take on Brock, it's a huge event.
It's a big deal. I mean, look at the recent history. Even with Brock, you had Daniel Bryan putting on a killer match with him. Just a killer match.
Brandon Lusala, anyone better suited for WWE instead of AEW? Probably Ty Dillinger. Dolph just seems like a WWE guy.
Dolph is such an interesting thing. Really is. Because, like, I see your point in that. Be kind of interested to see if he went to, because he's been in WWE forever.
Yeah.
If he went to All Elite.
See if there's a secret mode he can unlock.
Is there like a different mode there? I wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, given that we haven't seen it, I don't know if there is one.
Yeah.
Comic Sans Commentary asks, do you think Kenny Wrestling Weekly on All Elite Wrestling, assuming that's going to happen, will take away... Oh, did you read something that said that Triple H reached out to Kenny one more time with like an even better offer?
Yeah.
Comic Sans Commentary, do you think Kenny Wrestling Weekly on All Elite will take away some of his appeal and mystique?
No, because I don't know if he's going to be wrestling weekly. I wonder if All Elite's going to kind of have a approach similar to New Japan, where especially the top stars, they don't wrestle singles matches all the time. Mm-hmm. You know?
Well, their TV is going to be interesting. I'm not sure. You're right. I don't know if they're going to be doing that or not. The flip to that might be, just going to throw this out there, the way Kenny is presented on Being the Elite in more of a comical manner. Would that take away some of the mystique? Because he's definitely a different character in New Japan than he is in All Elite.
Mm-hmm. Well, at the end of the day, though, I think as long as he delivers in the ring when he does wrestle singles matches, that's really what's going to matter.
I think you're probably right about that. Who is Andrew Hodge? Probably has the answer here, too. Who is someone who hasn't fought Brock Lesnar that should have by now? And he says Lashley.
Yeah, Lashley.
The answer is definitely Lashley.
Lashley, yeah.
Definitely Lashley.
Lashley and then Matt Riddle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Matt Riddle hasn't really had an opportunity at this point.
Oh, I know.
But that definitely should happen. Daryl W. Perry, If you could be a fruit, what would you be? And should it be a pizza topping?
Well, is there any fruit other than pineapple that is viewed by some as an acceptable pizza topping? I guess technically speaking, tomato is a fruit.
Tomato, yeah.
Slices of tomato are good on pizza.
You're not going to put a strawberry on a pizza. That sounds weird. Gross. Grapes, no. Bananas, no.
No.
Is there anything with like a more mild, less sweet, more savory than the fruit kingdom?
Like a plantain. It's starchy. It's like a potato more than as much as a banana. Anyways, if you had to be a fruit, what fruit would you be?
I don't know. Probably banana.
Why?
Kind of looks like a dick. So do I.
You'd be a blueberry.
You'd be a blueberry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sensible.
Sensible.
I mean, not the most delicious, but sensible choice.
Sensible, yeah. But in certain situations, it can be very desirable inside of a muffin.
Or pancakes.
Or pancakes, yeah. Dr. Ken wants to know, when do we get more episodes of Friendo Road?
Stay tuned.
Although he calls it Friendo Toad.
Oh, maybe we should consider a name change.
Yeah, interesting rebrand right there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that guy that was doing the 2K19 promo thing?
Oh, the Amphibian Man. Whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know what his name was.
Maybe it's about him.
Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, I don't know. I keep on.
There's a interesting phase going on right now. I'll just say that we're trying to maneuver through. And once we work through everything there, then we'll know what to do.
Here's the thing. Once 10 for the Win comes back, I'm not sure we're gonna have time for Friendo Road.
No one says that 10 for the Win's coming back, man.
Oh, man. Did you see the outpouring? We'll end just talking about this a little bit.
Oh, all right.
The outpouring of support, the hashtag. Did you get on Twitter and see the hashtag RIP Machinima?
Yeah.
It was trending.
Yeah,
Everybody giving their fond memories about the old Machinima stuff.
Yeah, I have a lot of fond memories about it.
And what's going to happen to it all. That is pretty shocking. They just,
yeah.
I mean, I guess,
already as it was, even before everything was gone, like 80% of 10 for the Win were gone from Machinima's site. Most of them were gone already.
Yeah.
So I guess I wasn't that surprised.
Well, just the fact that we have, like, thankfully, you're a stickler for backing things up. We have, like, if we ever wanted to watch any of that stuff, we totally could. I totally understand. It is kind of bizarre, given that we sort of lived through all that stuff, that so many people were like, man, a good chunk of my childhood and, middle school years and high school years or whatever were spent just watching endless Machinima videos. It's interesting to see that. I mean, like I said earlier, and this is no joke, like so many people, whenever we do get recognized,
yeah.
I've been watching you since 10 for the Win.
Yeah.
And, we were, I like to think it's fun to know that we were at least some part of a lot of people's, entertainment growing up. That's interesting to me. And it's a bummer that a lot of that stuff is gone.
Yeah.
But, maybe it's not.
Yeah. We can have hope that some of it will survive in some capacity.
Yeah. It seems possible. It seems we're gonna find out some info apparently on that soon. Let's see here. Greg Morris. This again, dude has the right answer on his own question. If you could change the outcome of one match, what would it be? And why should your answer be Booker T actually beating Triple H at Mania 19?
Yeah.
And he also says Rawgate doesn't kill.
Well, he didn't, in that sense, he didn't have his facts right, but his example is true. Booker T should have totally beat Triple H.
Yeah, man.
Totally.
Yeah, that was really silly. Alex C here in chat also, who, by the way, revealed his appearance.
I saw.
You see that?
Yeah.
Were you shocked? Oddly, he looked almost exactly like I thought he would.
Yeah.
Like I saw, that dude looked exactly like I saw in my head. Once I found out that he's like 8 feet tall, I was like, oh, he probably looks like this then in
And
my
then
head.
you saw a picture and you're like,
Saw a
there
picture,
you go.
I was like, oh my God.
Confirmed.
Totally. Yeah. Crazy. He says Machinima's offshoot channels were some of the first I ever watched, mostly Nerd Cubed, and that's who led me to Steve and Larson. That's always good to know. We got to do more collaborations. That's how people find you, man.
We do.
Some people here are contradicting what I said. Brandon Lusala says, am I the only one who's never seen any Machinima stuff? Interesting. Apparently not. I'm just looking at some of the chats here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Brandon Collins here in chat says 10 better than Friendo Road. I'll ask this. If y'all would rather see 10 for the win, hit 1. If you want to see Friendo Road, hit 2. New episodes of which one? 10 for the win, 1. Friendo Road, hit 2. I'm just going to sit here and wait and see these results come in.
Lord Chameleon says, "What's Machinima?"
See, that's a good sign too, though. I always appreciate that when people have no idea what we did before. Like people are coming at us like they didn't know Wings had something before that. Big news in here we go. Lots of ones.
A lot of 2s though, too.
There's a smattering of 2s.
And some 12s, which I guess means they want both.
2, 2, 2, 1. So it started out pretty strong for 10 for the win.
Sergio C asked, "What about super kicks?" It's a lot of 12s.
Yeah, there's a lot of both. Again, our crowd is always so split on everything. It has to be 50-50. It's so frustrating. Anyways, that's it for the show.
Yes.
Thanks so much for tuning in. Patrons at the $1 mark, we've got a bonus show episode for you.
We do.
Overrun's coming up, so stay tuned for that. Let's see if I can get some music. Freaking.
Let's just talk about Solo
track
for all the Overrun.
Okay, I'm down for that. We can do that. There's some music for you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.